So we're leaving Island of Ambrym on the island of Mayo, heading for Bwatnanpe on the island of Pentecost. So having a ripper of a sail. We have arrived at Pentecost. So this island you can see here, all the way across here. As Pentecost. It's where the bungee jump was invented, where they do the land diving. We're heading up there to that point, you can see there in the distance. You know, blowing 20 to 25, we've got 25 at the moment. Makes a change from the other passages we've been doing. We've been upwind and motoring. So we've got a beam reach now, a little bit gusty coming off the land, so it veers around a bit. Yeah, loving it. We're there in no time. Well, this play's pretty cool so far. Been here an hour. We've seen dolphins, several turtles. And this in the middle of the screen right here is a dugong. So let's see if he's popping up again. Oh, here it comes. There he is. So this is Jessica. She's basically the cruiser person that you go and see and arranges tours and whatever you want to do. She has 3 daughters. This is 2 of her 3 daughters, and we had some clothes, second-hand clothes, with us that we gifted them. And man, this daughter here, I can't remember the name of. Yeah, man, she absolutely loved it.
Okay, more photos. Where's the pose?
This is the school building. Look how close they are to the beach. Right there. Very windy today. Yeah. And that one's a carver bar.
Oh, so high? Yeah. Yeah, here we go. That's the kitchen,
Oh, the kitchen? Yeah, the chickens are getting ready for dinner.
today. Oh, right. Wow. That's
Go on.
a big kitchen.
Yes?
Yeah. Some snacks live inside. Do they? Dry?
So what'd you say? Something lives inside?
Some man sleeps.
Oh yeah, so this is a bed. That's where we cook. Where does the fire? Is the fire at the back?
Yeah.
Yeah?
We need to fire.
Yeah.
Too hot? Oh.
Yeah?
This is for bread. We
Ah.
put bread inside.
Put bread inside though. It's like a mould. Okay. Yeah.
What's your bread? And you put in fire.
Yes.
Yeah. They like fire first.
So the bread, the mixes are in there, and they mix it up here. There's flour there.
Coconuts.
Coconuts. So that's the home. That's where they sleep. They're kava. Kava plants. Ah, don't stand on them. Gotta look after those. Wonderful. Alright, go and brave the wind out there on the boat. So here we are in Bwatnanpe. I know I butchered that, but sorry if anyone knows better. Just arrived at lunchtime today. Already seen dolphins, 3 turtles, 2 or 3 dugongs. Haven't had a dive with them yet, but we'll get into that tomorrow hopefully. Went and visited the village in there. Awesome kids, obviously. Kids here are just phenomenal. But yeah, beautiful place. It's having a sundowner. Village is all in there. Quite a big village. The village itself's not that big, but there's a lot of smaller villages all around up in the valleys. If they combine them all, they reckon there's 3,000 people here. So that's pretty big area. Anyway, sun's going down. Better get into it. So now that I've actually swam with and come across the dugongs, I thought I'd tell you a bit about them. They're affectionately known as the sea cow because they eat sea grass. The adults can eat 30 kilograms of seagrass a day, which equates to about 60 heads of lettuce. They grow to about 500 kilograms. They're closely related to the elephant, and they live to 70 years old. They can hold their breath for 10 minutes and dive to 33 meters. They have poor eyesight but excellent hearing. They're always found in pairs, and they're listed as vulnerable to extinction. In the past 30 years, they've declined by as much as 90%, so they're on the way up. And once upon a time, they actually swam through Egypt. According to recent findings, dugongs inhabited waters that flowed over present-day Egypt approximately 40 million years ago. So that was pretty cool, seeing dugongs swimming around the boat, and these turtles. These turtles were a bit of a surprise when I was down there. We did see the dugongs and the turtles poking their heads up from the boat over the yesterday and so far this morning, hence why we got in the water to go and see if we could find them. So anyway, there's the dugongs. Pretty cool, especially knowing how rare they are becoming now. So now that we're wet and got all our gear on, we shot over to the nearby reef, which is supposed to be their good spot. Had some good sized fish on it. Coral was a little left to be desired, but still extremely clear water. Like God, I wish I knew how deep this spot was, but down the bottom there it's really deep. You don't really know until you get down there and then look back up and go, uh-oh, I got no breath left. I got to get all the way up there. So yeah, she can get pretty deep real quick when it's water this clear. So that's us for Bwatnanpe. Only stayed a couple of nights. Got to see the dugongs, yahoo! Anyway, we're going to keep moving. Wonderful place. These kids, the two in the middle there, Jessica's daughters, can't remember their names, but stunning human beings. Awesome people. I played a trick on them here. They were looking at some photos, and I took a photo from the camera. It was an instant sort of shot. But look at them. Look at the two of them here. Anyway, time to go. Moving on, unfortunately. So we're off again, leaving Bwatnanpe, heading for a place called Wali, which is where the land diving towers are. So going to check that out. Here we're that figure in the top right there, 7,999. That's miles. Just clicked over to 8,000. pretty exciting stuff for our boatie.
Oh, there it is.
So that's 8,000 miles, nautical miles, since we purchased the boat.
And just in time,
We are getting in there.
have a look at the towers. It's the Island of Pentecost. So we're in a place called Wali. The village itself's just over there. Obviously the most calm anchorage here because that's where they've put in their little boats. And we have seen a dugong twice now, just over there. And the most enormous turtle you've seen just right here beside the boat. Anyway, we're here to check out the land diving. This is Pentecost Island, and it's known for its land diving. There's the tower there. They jump off. That's what started the whole bungee jumping thing. So anyway, we'll go and check it out.
So this is Eileen. She's our guide to go and look at the towers. She knew everything about it. It was her father that started the tourism
You
side.
see, you look at it, it's something, it moves like this side. Means that if these vines are not there, it would already fall over.
Ah, so the vines did quite a big
Yes.
important job.
But yesterday we walked down there, I tell my husband, this will nearly fall over now.
Yeah, big wind, I guess.
So there's a lot of information and traditions that came out of the conversations with Eileen. But long story short, there was a couple. The wife was running away from the husband. She climbed the tree. He chased her up the tree. She tied the vines on her legs and jumped, survived. The husband jumped and didn't. And that started the whole
Trying to do this.
process. But anyway, the males took over and they ended up being the ones jumping and celebrating it all, when really it was the woman that started it. So after Eileen's awesome tour, I threw the drone up in the air and thought I'd go and get some footage, but I very quickly learnt that there was something wrong with the drone. It wouldn't fly straight, it wouldn't stay still, quite scary. And I was limited to height too, because there's an airport right close by. So anyway, what it was calibration. So I had to quickly bring it back to the boat before I ended up crashing it. So the next morning, I threw it up in the air again after calibrating it all. And it was a much more stunning morning anyway. Sun was out. And so went up to the tower again. Eileen, two of the things we can remember is her son was jumping at 8. And when he got to about 18, she stopped him doing it because he was getting too big and heavy and was freaking out too much. One of the traditions is the women aren't allowed to see the men. Even when they're building it, if they pass someone carrying materials on the path, they have to stop and look away. They can't look at the men carrying the materials, and they're not allowed to spend the night with the men the night before they actually jump. It's all very bad luck, and lots of accidents happen if they don't follow these traditions, apparently. And this is the road that China built. So I was heading back to the boat, and I noticed something in the beautiful clear water, and it was a dugong. How amazing to see another one just after that last bay we just had. Anyway, then some dolphins joined in on the action. Keep an eye on the top one there. It's got a young'un swimming around it and being all active. So that was pretty cool experience. So I ended up jumping in the water because these dolphins and dugong were hanging out for so long around us. But I mucked it up really. Long story short, I got really close to the dugong, like within a metre of the dugong. But in my excitement, I was stopping the camera instead of starting the camera, so it was opposite. So I never actually got the footage of the 1 metre away from him, so it was crazy. But what I did discover in all this footage and hanging out with him is the dugong was injured. it had a big cut on its fin, just half a metre in front of the fin where the biggest muscle is. Anyway, I strongly believe these dolphins were protecting the dugong. They never really left its side. They were always within gooey of the dugong. So yeah, how's that for Mother Nature doing its thing, protecting each other? Good old dolphins. So we've left Nopal, which is on Pentecost, and just had a beautiful morning swimming with dolphins and dugongs, and Fran. And that's a good point, Hunt. Heading for a place called Nopal, which is on Ambrym. We're heading to a festival. Yeah, let's see what comes of that. It's going to be interesting, I think. It's the reports I've read are, yeah, let's just say interesting. So anyway, we're having a blast, a friggin' blast of a sail. We're constantly in the eights. Got it set to 52 degrees wind angle. So we're chasing the wind angle and we're cranking. Full main, full genoa, a smidgen of mizzen, and anyway, I'll turn this camera around. Up ahead of us here, we have a boat called Freya. They're going to the festival as well. And behind us there we have Orion. So there's going to be at least 3 boats there. So that'll be good. We won't be by ourselves. So we're in Nopal. Here comes Patrick, racing in like we did. That's on Orion. And Freya is there. Susan and Todd lead us in. Go in there later and check things out. So we ended up with 6 cruisers in the bay for the festival. It's quite funny how you keep coming across the same people over and over again. This ship in the background is a hospital. So this is the Island of Ambrym. It's a major volcanic island in Vanuatu here. And as such, the landscape and coastline are vastly different to Mayo and Pentecost that we've just been down. So the volcano is currently at level 1, which is no risk at all. But you got to wonder about these villages. You know, it's when it does erupt and sends ash, well, and potentially lava, I suppose. What do they do? Where do they go? This is right at the end of the island. You can't run any further than this. As I scroll around here, we've got Pentecost coming up in the background. That's it there. So this big boat in the background of the moored of the cruisers we thought was here for the festival, but alas, it was a hospital boat. It goes around all the islands and provides hospital services. It was quite a hard case seeing everyone come out to the boat on the little boats.
Oh, this is helpful. Thank you.
Cobra, yeah.
So just heading in to the village. I'm gonna have I got to suss a vehicle for tomorrow, but gonna have a carver with the chief. He'll be at the carver bar, he reckons, so who am I to not have a carver with the chief? Oh, beautiful evening. So check out this beautiful newly dug out canoe. And there's always kids wanting to hang around the dinghy for some reason. So anyway, we're off to find the carver bar. Rugby training going on.
This is the cover bar? No.
No, the next one. Carver bar. Done. Down the hatch. Carver bar's busy. Yeah. So with the help of the carver bar, we're able to sort out the travel arrangements for tomorrow for the festival. Well, later that night, this supply ship turned up. And full of people, so when I say supply ship, it's not just goods, it's also people. They offload the goods and people and then unload more goods and people from this island to take to Port Vila. But yeah, it's crazy that they have to manhandle every single item. There's no pallets, no forklifts. It'd be incredibly labour intensive. Everything's got to be loaded on the boat, then off the boat. Got the festival on today, so it's going to be interesting. Anyway, it's so peaceful and quiet. There's a few boats in the bay. Get the drone up in the air and show you those. Anyway, look how clear the bottom is. You can even see shells down there. It's 14 metres deep. About to jump in, go for a swim.
Oh, corporate drying?
So we made it to the festival entrance where these cute little kids were giving us necklaces, I suppose you'd call them. Probably have some meaning behind it, I'm not quite sure what though. I'm normally last to arrive on the scene, like this one here, and holding up the show while I'm trying to get the footage. Anyway, these guys are about to lead us in.
come to Nopal headquarters, you'll see that in front of the house market. That room is straight in front of the house market.
Oh, it is the same room. Okay, I will check it.
It's Bwatnanpe.
So this is where they bake the copra. Obviously fire in there. Enough heat to put all the copra up there, dry it out for export. So this is a newer one by the looks. You've got racks to dry the copra. Got that drum on board. It's just starting to split with rain. People watching us, watching them. We're getting closer. Day two. It's about to begin. The other boat's just arrived. We're into it. Unloading coral. It's come around from another beach. They use it to build the roads. Mix it with cement and make concrete.
Because they will local cruise ships, they will allow to go into the cruise.
Open the gate.
Where others are
Gotta open the gate.
they would go to this entrance field where cruises can go.
Hello.
And
And the food was good.
So this is some sort of magic trick where they take a random frog, they dig a little hole in the ground, then pack the soil around it, and somehow, I don't know how it works, but for some reason it doesn't come out. Everyone in our group tried, even the big guys, and obviously a few of the locals tried, but no, it stayed fast. So this is called the Rom dance. It's the most sacred dance, and it's the pinnacle of this festival. The dancers have to be inducted to be a dancer. There's lots of things they have to do, including, I think there was some sort of payment. They were talking about payment in regards to pigs and goats and things like that. I didn't really understand too much of it, but anyway, end of the day, super sacred. And once you're a dancer for many years. So these people are moving, including myself, because you're only allowed within 3 meters of the dancers, some sacred tradition or rule. So So these guys are our 2 guides, our translators, and the driver. So while I was swimming around yesterday, I noticed the chain had gone around a little bomby. Must have been the only little piece of rock that was in the whole bay, really. But anyway, how cool are these little fish with the blue tails? They are blue triggerfish. It was quite funny trying to see them fit into all those little cracks and what have you. They didn't all fit in there. Anyway, she was 14 meters down there, so she was a bit of a haul. I'm gonna have to go down for a second breath to get that chain off. So I wasn't really wrapped bad enough to worry about the anchoring side of things. It was more I didn't want to damage any coral. Look at all these fish that have made this their home. But look at all the seagrass. I'm shocked we didn't see any dugongs. I mean, perhaps it was because there was so many boats in the bay. So it was quite a long video, this one. We got to do a lot though. We came down the coast at Pentecost, visiting Jessica and her family in Bwatnanpe, Eileen's tour of the landdiving, the dugongs and turtles of Pentecost. Then eventually made it to Nopal, where we done the Roots Festival, which was certainly something different. Anyway, it's time to move on. We are now heading across the top of Ambrym, which is a very volcanic island. So we're going to see a couple of beaches there that are volcanic. Anyway, hope you enjoyed, and we'll see you in the next one.